Good evening to all. So our today's GD topic is which one is more important, creativity or knowledge? According to my opinion, creativity is more important than knowledge since creativity allows one to explore ideas with the no boundaries, without any foundations. It gives birth to innovation, whereas the knowledge which is limited to one's experience only. While knowledge is limited to one's skills, creativity has no boundaries since it goes as far as our imagination can reach. With the specific focus on the great people like the Albert Einstein who came up with the laws of relativity, it is very clear that the Einstein exercised more creativity than the knowledge. Combined knowledge and the creativity can generate greater achievement. Thus, we cannot underestimate any one of them. In fact, it is right to argue that creativity is boosted by one's knowledge. Thus, a very thin line exists between creativity and knowledge. So, if we are creative enough with the half bag of knowledge, we should not feel we can't do this. We should feel that we can do it better and do it differently from the others.
What is knowledge and what is creativity? Knowledge is the information, facts, skills acquired through experience or education, and the newer valuable things or the results formed by putting together this information, that is knowledge, is creativity. APJ Abdul Kalam had said, learning gives creativity, creativity leads to thinking, thinking provides knowledge, knowledge makes you great. I think knowledge and creativity both are interrelated. To apply the knowledge in practical life, creativity is important, and without knowledge, creativity does not have any substance to work with.
According to me, creativity is more important than knowledge because if we talk about this world, it came out, it was made the because of this because of creativity. All this nature uses its creativity to create has created all the sun, all the planets and all. And when we started living on this earth, the we didn't have any infrastructure and any kind of buildings. So because of our creativity, we built everything, like this buildings and all. And if we talk about writers, even though they have knowledge, but because of their creativity, they write so good, and we actually read them. And even the scientists, they also have knowledge, but if they didn't had this creativity, they would not have been able to build these rockets and satellites. And creativity allows us to solve the problems, like in this COVID, we were able to make this vaccine. uh, Even though the knowledge helped us out, but creativity was also there to develop this vaccine.
Good evening, guys. According to my opinions and knowledge, creativity is the most important, and it has been placed before the knowledge. Of course, that means knowledge gives us the basic foundation of information. What is going in that special thing or special information that gives the basic knowledge to us. But creativity is the one behind. Which is placed before the knowledge, because if we use the creativity, we can solve the problems easily. But of course, it is linked with the knowledge, and creativity is helped with the help of logical logical thinking and thinking out of the box. Mainly, creativity is thinking out of the box. And if you we know each and every thing happens in the around the world, that gives us, we know, we are aware of it because of knowledge, because we are seeing the information in the news, or in the TV, or in the films, or in the, yeah, there are so many resources to gain the knowledge about what is going happening around the world. But creativity is nothing but I mean, the knowledge we have got from the information is put in the put in the effective manner with the creative. Being an creative person, you can solve the problems very logically. And I think knowledge, also we can solve the problems with the help of the knowledge, but it takes so much time. If we think like a creator, we can get the solution very fast. So in this manner, creativity is the most important than knowledge.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for inviting me in this meeting. My thought speaks that I'm neutral with both knowledge and creativity, because if you create something, the difficulty you face, the enjoyment you feel is also count as knowledge. And knowledge is basically an thought and opinion that people used to tell everyone that I learned, I have an uh, thinking that I love to gain knowledge, but knowledge is not an everything. People don't know experience is more greater than knowledge. If you have an experience or doing something, or if you have done something, it is more learnable with that knowledge. Knowledge is then thing that you remember for a time, and creativity is that which you create, or which you use a mind to create it. Means if which you use your mind to create that particular activity, in any way we can say. uh, if you are making a project, so you create your activity, that how can you perform it. Basically, we should go with the neutral, because if you create something, you get knowledge. Oh yeah, this, yes. If you do this, we get this knowledge. So I am neutral with it, and creativity is good. Or if someone asks that which one is more important for you, so I think creativity is more important for me, because if I create something, I will get knowledge. See, if you are creating something now, so you can't judge yourself that you will go in one direction. You have to ask, or you have to go in every direction. If you are making an artificial mobile, so you have to design. You want designer. You want to know about app details. You want to know about the function that people want. So in every field, you have to go, and you have to count that knowledge, or that you have to pursue in every field. So if you create, you will get knowledge. So creativity is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is good, because if you have knowledge, you can provide everyone which knowledge they are which lacking they are facing. And creativity is important because you use your mind. You use to in different way, you create it. You don't copy and paste anything, but you create that thing. So creativity is more important. And with creativity you gain knowledge. So both are on the same way, but creativity should there in your life.
I, I appreciate the Kanishk opinions, and creativity is takeaway for knowledge, because without knowledge you can't be a creative person. We can, and I have been aware that I'm going through the campus placements, because I'm in the final year. The job opportunities from the companies, have so many companies have arrived to my college, but they don't want to test your knowledge, but they I mean, they only want from me want from us is how can be your thinking process is formed, and uh, without knowledge how can you solve the solution with creative being and creative person. So in this way, of course, without knowledge you can't be creative. So creative is most important.
Creativity is about the future and knowledge is about the past, and knowledge is very limited, and creativity is unlimited. So ultimately, creativity is more important than knowledge.
I oppose the thought of Shakshi, Sanika, sorry, because she said that knowledge is less. No, knowledge is not less. There are crores of people in world. Every minute, every second, they are making a knowledge. They are also making a creativity. So with that creativity, knowledge is created. So you are not with that all people, na? So you have to gain the knowledge which they
I
are
said knowledge is
creating.
limited.
No,
Limited.
knowledge is not limited. You The knowledge is a vast world. You can pursue in it. That science field have different knowledge, arts field have different knowledge, commerce field have different knowledge, even the social working which we are doing, it's of different knowledge. So knowledge, it is very vast field. So you can't say it is minimum. Yeah, the way people create thoughts, the knowledge which also created. So I oppose, not properly opposing with that. It is not opposing. It is GD. So I am just telling or explaining my thoughts. And I thank you, Kalyan bro, for pushing my thoughts. Thank you.
Knowledge can get you through all problems easily, but only creativity can help you to tackle the new problems. Knowledge is definitely required in our life, but knowledge in isolation cannot help us.
I want to add one thing. For example, we have been experiencing in our classes that knowledge is okay, knowledge is unlimited. There is I want to compare with sky knowledge, and we are studying the topics and different topics and different information on the books. But if we come across the examination, we can see, we can find that the question is come from out of the syllabus. But if you have the knowledge and if you have small creativity, the question can be solved by you. So knowledge and creativity is equal, but not what I can say, closely equal, but creativity is more placed before the knowledge.
I appreciate thoughts of Kalyan bro. There is one less uh, side effect or one thing not good in creativity, that we can't share creativity with anyone, because if you're a civil engineer or any technical engineer, if you're planning something good or that make you boost up or lift you at peak, so you will not share your that creativity. You create with yourself, you go with it. Then if it's final or you have done it, so working or which you wanted post, the thing which you are working for, but with knowledge, we always see our people used to say ज्ञान बांटने से बढ़ता है, that if you share your thoughts, knowledge, so you will definitely get
I think he lost his connection.
Pardon?
No, continue.
Okay. So I'm telling that if you can't share your creativity with anyone because it is private as you are going with it. But yeah, if you're in a group, so you can share it because it is your group. You have to share, you have to lift up. But if in single way, you can't share your thoughts, your creativity. But in knowledge, you can share with it. You can tell everyone चिल्ला चिल्ला के कान कान में जाके बोलो ज्ञान दो because ज्ञान देने से बढ़ता है. People used to say. So I appreciate this positivity of knowledge, and I'm not comfortable with creativity for this thought. So yeah, the knowledge is we can share it.
Can anyone be willing to add some more points?
Yeah, in the end, sorry for continuous speaking, but yeah, I want to add one thing that you should share your knowledge with everyone, and you should not feel that yeah मैं मेरी बात किसी को बताऊंगा तो उसको ज्यादा ज्ञान हो जाएगा. No, people used to have this that we have to don't share our knowledge. You can share knowledge because it helps the person which is standing in front of you or the person which you're thinking for, so you can guide it, but in positive way. Don't guide your friends, colleagues, anyone else for negative way. For yourself only, guide them for themselves, for their better solutions, and don't guide them for negative solutions. So by your thoughts they get in trouble. Don't think that. Don't please don't pull legs of other people which are climbing towards their perfection. We are not doing this, but as a general thought, I used to speak, your work go with yourself and other work go with themselves. So be a kind person and help them. And creativity which you are creating, don't share with that because अगर आपने जो किया है वो आपके हाथ से निकल जाएगा. Which you have created with is go with your hand. But if you are in group, so don't think that my creativity I will make in last moment. People your teacher call me that you have done that, you will get appreciated. No, lift up your group if you are in group. Lift up yourself if you are in single. So don't have that thought that you will have more knowledge. Please use to share knowledge in good way for a betterment of people. Thank you.
What I meant by limited knowledge is that our knowledge is limited till our death. But by creativity, we can imagine the things what will happen after death. I mean, we can imagine now about the future, what can happen after the death. But knowledge, it's limited till our death.
In our school time, we must have just came across that one boy or girl who just mug up the whole book from the home page to the last page. No question would be left in the book which was not known to that boy or girl. And there would be another guy who just learns the method how to solve the questions. Then if the exam came and some tricky questions would came, जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना घुमा के क्वेश्चन दे देते हैं मैम तो दो क्वेश्चंस को मिला के, तो अगर वैसे क्वेश्चन आ जाते हैं, then first guy would say that ma'am it is out of syllabus, but the second one may be in the slow speed, but he would solve that question because he know the method how to solve. So we must have the creativity also along with knowledge. There is only a thin line difference between them.
Yeah, nice thought created by Levisis. And this time I not oppose Sanika because different people have different thoughts. Uh, and I want to tell that an experience happened with me. I don't know how to make tea. But just before learning tea, I have read one page that put water, ye wo, add something, and it will create it. So there is powder form of sugar. We used to keep it with while we are going to that journey. So I have by making 1 cup of tea, I have put it 4 spoons in it. So while that time, I think that you have an experience of making something. You don't have to learn each and everything. You don't go with that two tota wali theory. You have to be an active person. You have to see. You have to mm, how can I tell you that the work which you're thinking, reading to do it, you should clarify with your hands. Because you go with I think proper knowledge, yeah, you should have we should go with theory plus knowledge. Did I have any network connection or it was clear?
We can't hear properly, but okay. Because we are running out of the time, so we can end this now. Or anyone want to add-ons? Okay, guys. Then bye and take care.
Thank you for listening me. My thoughts, if it's good or bad, but I hope it will help you and your thoughts help me. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. See you soon.